dear friends. Can you hear me? Hopefully you can. Can you see me? Perhaps not. Because this week, I wish you Shabbat Shalom from a place of darkness, a space of the pitch dark. But then we remind ourselves, is it maybe possible that even in a moment of darkness, we can find a little bit of light? Is it possible to find the courage within our hearts that even in the darkest moments, we find light within ourselves? Maybe a little bit light, maybe a lot more light? Yes, my friends. In this week's Torah portion, we are reminded that even in the darkest of times in our own lives, we have the power within ourselves to bring forth light. I want to tell you a personal story. A man finds himself in a space of intense darkness, in a time of tremendous darkness. This man is hiding in a closet, in an attic, as the Nazis are looking after every last Jew to snuff their flame away. And as he's hiding in that closet, he hears the cries of his Jewish brothers and sisters being led away to their death. And there he is, in a place of such darkness. And what does he do? For 1 year, for 2 years, for an extended period of time, immersed in a place of darkness, he finds light. He finds the courage in his heart to bring forth some light. He writes down words of Torah on a pile of papers that he had in his possession. Words of Torah pouring forth from his mind and his heart until he prepares this beautiful book called Ema Banim Smecha, a book that is still being studied today by so many Jews around the world. This man is my great-grandfather, Rabbi Yisachar Shlomo Teichtal, whose yahrzeit is this week. He showed me that you could be in a place of tremendous darkness, but you have the power in your heart to bring forth light. This week's Torah portion, the Jewish people are in Egypt, and the Egyptians are dealing with the 9th plague of intense darkness. The darkness was so thick, they couldn't even move. But the Torah tells us something remarkable. And open your heart, because it's so beautiful. That while there was intense darkness for the Egyptians, for the Jew, there was light. Because you have the ability, even if you're surrounded in an environment of darkness and negativity and destructiveness and hurtfulness and anger and resentment, you have the power to emerge forth with light. Because wherever a Jew goes, your soul goes with you. And your soul is a burning torch of fire. So Shabbat Shalom, my dear friends. And I encourage you this week, find a way to bring more light, especially when you are in a place of darkness. This Wednesday is a very significant day. It is the 10th of Shvat, which marks 70 years since the Lubavitcher Rebbe assumed leadership. And the Rebbe came at a time when the world was facing so much darkness after the Holocaust. And the Rebbe said, each one of you is a shining light. Go forward, go forth, light up the world, and light it up. Shabbat Shalom.